Anna unmasks the truth. A hidden enemy is finally revealed. Anna Devane had survived countless dangers in her life, but nothing prepared her for the quiet terror of not knowing who she could trust. For weeks, something had felt off. The shadows seemed closer. Conversation stopped when she entered the room, and worst of all, the sense that someone was watching her never truly faded. What haunted Anna most wasn't fear for herself, it was the possibility that the threat came from someone she knew. When she was taken and held in isolation, Anna replayed every moment leading up to it, every glance, every half-truth, every friendly gesture that now felt suspicious. Whoever orchestrated this knew her well, too well. They anticipated her moves, her instincts, even her moments of hesitation. And that realization changed everything. As Anna fought to keep her composure, she focused on one thing: survival through clarity. She observed every detail of her surroundings, the pattern of footsteps, the pauses between visits, the familiar cadence of a voice that tried to remain hidden behind distorted tones. That voice haunted her. It wasn't a stranger. Back in Port Charles, concern turned into alarm when Anna vanished without explanation. Valentine refused to believe it was coincidence. He knew Anna's strength, but he also knew her enemies, and the list was long. Jordan launched a discreet investigation, while Dante followed instincts rather than protocol. Pieces didn't fit. Security footage was missing. Records had been altered. Someone inside the system had covered their tracks perfectly. Too perfectly. While confined, Anna tested her captor with subtle questions, small emotional triggers meant to provoke a reaction. She spoke about shared memories, old missions, past regrets. And then it happened. A pause that lasted just a second too long. Recognition. The truth hit her like ice. This wasn't about power or revenge. This was personal. Anna finally spoke a name out loud, barely above a whisper. The reaction was immediate. Silence fell, heavy and suffocating, and in that silence, Anna knew she was right. The person responsible had once stood beside her, trusted her, even protected her. The betrayal cut deeper than any physical pain. When the door finally opened and the lights came up, Anna saw the face clearly. No disguise, no shadows, just raw truth between them. The confrontation was explosive. The person claimed they had no choice, that everything they did was meant to protect a larger secret, one that could destroy lives if exposed. They insisted Anna was too close to uncovering something that was never meant to see daylight. But Anna wasn't buying it. She reminded them of loyalty, of lines that should never be crossed, of the cost of betrayal. The exchange grew emotional, memories spilling out like open wounds, old missions, old losses, regrets neither had ever fully faced. For a moment, it seemed like remorse might win. But remorse wasn't enough. Anna used that moment to act. Back in Port Charles, Valentine felt a sudden shift. A call came through, garbled but unmistakably Anna's voice. She gave just enough information, a location clue, a warning, and then the line went dead. Everything moved fast after that. Dante and Jordan closed in, following Anna's instincts rather than the limited data. When they arrived, what they found shocked them, not just Anna's condition, but who stood frozen in the room when the truth came out. No one expected that face. The fallout was immediate and devastating. Once Anna was safe, the emotional damage truly set in. Port Charles reeled as whispers turned into confirmations, trust shattered overnight, alliances dissolved, people questioned every interaction they'd ever had with the person now exposed. Anna, though exhausted, refused to retreat. She faced the aftermath head-on. In private moments, the weight of betrayal crushed her. She wondered how she'd missed the signs, how someone she once relied on could justify crossing such a line. But she also knew one thing: she had survived, and survival meant strength. Valentine stood by her side, offering silent support. He didn't push, he didn't ask, he simply stayed, knowing that healing would take time. But Port Charles wouldn't wait. The revelation triggered a chain reaction. Secrets long buried began to surface. Other players scrambled to protect themselves, terrified that their own lies would be exposed next. Anna realized the danger wasn't over. The truth she'd uncovered was only the beginning. Someone else had helped, someone else had benefited from her disappearance, and now that she was free, they were running out of places to hide. In a quiet moment alone, Anna stared out the window and made a promise, to herself and to the city she'd sworn to protect. She would finish this. No more half-truths, no more shadows. The truth had changed everything, and there was no going back. As Port Charles braced for the next wave of revelations, one thing became clear. Anna Devane wasn't a victim. She was the storm.